Okay, Charles in Florida, getting ready to start on your LC 998 V800P. Here's your donor radio and the B gears fan. Okay, I'll be filming on and off as I go through and do the build. First thing I got to do is tear this guy apart. More to come. Okay, got the LEDs changed out. What a pain in the butt that is. Took me forever to do that, but there they are. A nice bright red display. Your meter is still blue. I'm wondering if you want me to change that too. Send you a quick email. Okay, I swapped out the blue LEDs for red. Okay, so now your meter will be red. Okay, got the new face on there. I got the knobs and everything put back on, and I put the felt washers back in there to keep the dust out of your switches. And I've told you folks this before, but if you have a radio worked on, whether you ship it off somewhere and get it worked on, even shipping it to the factory and get it back, look and make sure those little felt washers are behind these switches. They keep dust out of your switches. If they're not in there, either send it back or take it back to the shop that did the work and ask them to put the felt washers back in there. Okay, because that will shorten the life of your switches, especially in a mobile environment. So you want those little felt washers in there behind those switch openings. Okay, all right. I just got it temporarily hooked up to power so we can see what it looks like. There's your red meter. Okay, looks pretty damn good actually. That red face and that red lettering, it looks really good. It was a good choice. But man, like I said before, what a pain in the butt. They're real tight together. They got long leads on the back of it. It's hard to get the leads through the holes because the holes are really small. Just barely enough opening for the lead to go through there. So, big pain in the butt. But anyway, it does look good. Okay, continuing on. Okay, got everything done to the radio chassis. So now I'm going to start on the amplifier. Getting ready to take this old board out. Okay, almost forgot to record this. I got your old fans out. Got the old heatsink compound cleaned off. Got some fresh heatsink compound on there. Okay, I'm getting ready to install the new high-speed fans. They're the same size as these, but they have more fan blades. I'll show you that in a second. But here's the ones that came out of it. There's the old board. There's the new board. Got your 2879s. What are they? Let me see here. This looks like them right here. Yep. Okay. So these will be going in the new board. All right, more to come. Okay. Got the new board mounted, getting ready to put the transistors in there. And I like to pre-solder the pads where the transistors go so that I don't have to heat them up so much to get solder underneath it. I want to make sure I can have a good connection, so I add a little extra solder to them before I put the transistors in there. Okay. Got the new board installed, got the Toshibas installed in it, got the feedback boards installed. I've also wired up the high-speed fans along with a sensor for your external fan. You wanted it to be, you know, to run on its own, so you ain't got to switch it on and off. Thermostatically controlled. So it will be, and the connection for it is right there. Okay. All right, I'm going to hook it back up to the radio and see if it works. More to come. Okay, got her all hooked up and cooking. Got the voltage set at 14.9. 1000 watt on the right, 500 on the left. Hello audio, hello audio. Oh, hang on a second. Now then. Audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Audio test audio 1 2. Okay. Now let's see what it looks like on the scope. I got it center frequency is 30 megahertz. What it looks like on the analyzer. Let's see what the audio looks like up here. Audio, hello audio. Audio 1 2 1 2 audio. Audio, hello audio. Audio 1 2 1 2 audio. Audio, hello. Audio, hello audio. Audio 1 2 1 2 audio. Cooking with grease. Alright. Let me go ahead and start hooking up the switches and stuff. I've got to do the high cut switch and also hook up the amp switch. Still got to put the CP1 in. Alright, but there it is. More to come. Okay, got the relay all wired up to turn this fan on when it gets to a certain temperature. That is high temp black silicone to make sure that doesn't come in contact with the cover. You know, it's held in place by double-sided tape and also by that silicone stuff. And got the hole punched in the bottom heat cover. I'm mounting the fan in there now. Okay, more to come. Alright, got your CP1 installed. Okay, got your switches installed. This one is the amp control and this one is the high cut. Okay, and they will be labeled on the back. Alright, got everything all dressed back up and I think we're about done. Okay, thought I'd give you a good shot of the fan. And also a good shot of the rear of the radio. You can see where the cable from the fan plugs into the back here. I had room on the side of this thing and it was easy for me to run the wires up through there into the amplifier. And that's kind of hard to do with one hand, but the radio wants to move. There we go. Just plugged in that little guy right there. And he's on when the power is connected on. You've got power going to the fan. And that's good because if you get the radio hot, the fan, even if you turn the radio off, as long as it's got power going to the cables here, that fan will run to cool down the amp. And it'll run until it gets to a certain point and then cut off. Now, normally, this fan probably won't run if you just talk normal. But once the amp reaches a certain temperature, then that fan kicks on and it stays on until it totally cools the amp down. Okay? But that way you ain't got to worry about switches on the back of it or none of that kind of crap. Alright. And there's the amp switch. Up is on, down is off. High cut, same thing. Up is on, down is off. Alright, I'll give you a demo of that in just a minute. You have radio number 199. Lescom radio number 199. 200 of these things. I can't believe I've built that many of them. Wow. This is the 998 V800P. It is pretty. Okay, let me get some power hooked up to it. Be right back. Okay, Charles, here we go. I really like the way the red looks. That was a good choice. It's easier on the eyes than the blue. What I prefer most, though, is the pure green. Not that yellow green crap, but the pure green. I think that's really easy on the eyes, and it's easy to see during the daytime. But at nighttime, red is better. If you do a lot of driving at night, you want a red display. The blue is pretty, and everybody wants blue, but you know, it's not that good on your eyes. Hard to see at times. But okay, I've got it hooked up here, and on this side I've got a 1,000 watt slug. You know what? Let me do the. I need to do the demo first. Let's see, we're on channel 20 and I'm not connected to that. Hang on a second, let me get set up again. My B&K is hooked up to the B&K, which is on this cable. Okay, I've got this radio hooked directly up to the meters, simply because it puts out so much power. I don't want it running through that. So you know, it's bypassing all that. So in order to do the receiver, show you the receiver, I've got to hook it back up to that one. All right, so give me a minute. Okay, there you go. Now I'm shooting 30% modulation at 100 microvolts. Okay, at 100 microvolts, that's an S9. Actually a little bit over S9, and that's probably that 2SC 2999 filter. Okay, that's that filter. 2SC 2999 transistor. A little bit more gain that guy gives you. Okay, same thing with lower sideband. All right. So let me switch this off and go back to external on that. And I want to show you actually show you better on that one. With a high cut. Alright, let me switch it over. I'll be back. Okay, Charles, got your MaxMod installed. That's a really good upgrade for Ranger and Galaxy radios. And I've heard, well, in fact, I had a customer tell me that, oh, that MaxMod don't do nothing, you know. There's no need for that and blah, blah, blah. Somebody on the internet did a test and there's no difference. Well, my friend, let me say this about that. Whoever did the test probably did it in lab conditions and not in real world conditions, where you've got a radio sitting in a hot vehicle and you decide to lay down on the key for 5 minutes, especially in a radio like a Galaxy or a Ranger. For a long time, Ranger had a problem with the AM voltage regulator failing on these radios. In fact, they upgraded to a different part number, a 2SB. It was a 2SB817. They sent out an upgrade for a 2SB827, which helped a lot, but they still fail. But I can tell you that every radio that I have put one of these MaxMods in has not had an AM regulator failure. Oh, well, here. Let me show you something. Okay, here's AM regulators I've taken out. These two, this one came out of a Galaxy, I want to say 959, but I'm not positive. This is the one that just came out of this radio. Okay, let's see, do I have a, now here's a MaxMod. Alright, this is the Palomar MaxMod. Look at the size. I know it's kind of hard to see through the plastic with that reflection. Here, that makes it better. Look at that. Okay, and then we flip it over. That's the heat sink area. That's what makes contact with the aluminum that cools the chip inside the transistor. Here's the MaxMod. Now, which one do you think is going to dissipate more heat? This little guy here, or this guy? So I'm not sure where all these, I don't know whether to call them rumors or lies or whatever, but that doesn't make any sense. Even this one came out of an AT6666, okay? It's the TIP, what is it? TIP 36, I think. Hell, I can't read it through that bag there, but I mean, even this one. Look at the difference in the size. Okay? Which one do you think is going to dissipate the most heat? This or this? Duh, it's going to be this one. So, you know, I wouldn't believe that. That may not have been any difference in lab conditions, but let me tell you, friends, in the real world, size matters. That big contact area on the back of this Palomar MaxMod is going to dissipate more heat into the aluminum heatsink that's around the chassis. That's just a no-brainer, and that's for any radio. So don't let people talk you out of doing things like this. I mean, the MaxMod, like I said, every single radio that I have put the MaxMod in, none of them, and let me stress that, none of them, and I've sold well over 100 MaxMods, have come back for an AM regulator problem. Okay? I'll stand by that. In a lab, it might look good, you know, may not look any better than any of the rest of them, but you put that son of a bitch in a hot car, 110 degrees in Arizona, somebody that likes to run his mouth on AM. Well, anyway, enough of that. Continuing on. Okay, I've done the up frequency option and the clarifier mod. You notice now it starts there. Okay, and then the highest frequency is there. All right, so a normal 40 is on band C now instead of E. Okay, and you can see, well, you can't see because I don't have it hooked up to the transmitter, but both the coarse and fine move, receive, and transmit now. Okay, and folks, that's the best way to do a clarifier. That way, if you've got 4 or 5 people on the same channel and they all have radios that were set up by different people, you're going to have 4 or 5 different transmit frequencies. And you can't possibly clarify them all in with your clarifier. The best way to have it is to have the receive and transmit both move the frequency. It doesn't have to move it much, but move it enough to where that you can all tune to each other and then all of you are on the same frequency. May not be dead on center, but you're all on the same frequency and not taking up 4 or 5 kilohertz bandwidth because your transmit's off frequency. This way they're all together. So you and your 5 friends, if you're clarifiers are receive and transmit adjustable, you can all tune to each other and be on the same frequency. You're not constantly moving your clarifier to tune one guy, and then when the other one starts speaking, you got to move it to tune him in, and it's a mess. You see that on channel 38. Get on 38 when the DX is rolling. They are all over the place on that channel, you know. Whereas if the clarifiers were just unlocked, they could all tune to each other and be on the same frequency. Anyway, personal opinion, but I think that's the best way to do it. All right, more to come. Okay, Charles, got the 4AWG oxygen-free cable installed. Stinger Pro Series. It's oxygen-free cable. Okay, you want a 2-foot out the back of the radio, so there you go. I need to put the connector on it. Okay, here's your 2-foot of 4AWG you wanted coming out the back of the radio. So that's done. There's your SB120 Anderson power pole. Now let me get my 100 amp power supply, and let's do some tests. Okay, got it hooked up to the Hornet. 100 amp power supply. Okay. Might help if I hook up a microphone. Okay. Had the power supply set at 14.9 volts. We're on channel 20 on AM. Power's turned all the way up. Mic gain all the way up. Got a 500 watt on that side. That's the RMS slug. And on this side I have a 1000. That's the peak slug. Okay, so the meter on the left is RMS. We'll be reading on that center scale there. 200 or 20 is 200. 10 is 100. That little mark in between the two is 150. And full deflection, of course, is 500, actually 550. The peak meter, we're going to be reading on the bottom scale. 100 equals 1,000. Okay? All right. I'm on the AM, power's all the way up. And, peak meter's not going to work without a power supply. Yeah, let's see. Wait a second. I'll be back. Alright, I had shoved those face plates over there and then unplugged the battery. Okay, let's do this again. Hang on, raise the camera up a little bit. Okay, you guys see that? Alrighty. Connected? Yes, you are connected. AM. Oh, might help if I turn the amplifier on. There we go. Hello, audio, 1 2 1 2 audio. Remember, on this one we're reading on the center scale. 10 is going to be 100. That's 150, 200. Okay. I am at 15.2. Should be at 14.9. Hello audio, audio 1 2 1 2 audio, audio hello. Hello audio. You see I'm dead keying about 75 watts. Audio hello, hello audio, audio 1 2 1 2 audio. Okay, that was on AM. Now I'm going to switch to sideband. Hello audio, audio. Audio. Put this on 2.5. Now that's 2,000 right there. You just heard the big fan cut on. That's 1,500, 1,000. Okay. Audio, audio, hello, hello, audio, audio 1 2 1 2 audio, audio, hello. Charles is walking and talking. Let's see. Well, I showed you the spectrum analyzer and modulation yesterday. I'll turn both of them on and get them set up. I have to be careful. I have to make sure that I use enough attenuation. Now, this is just a little snoop thing. It's only supposed to sample like, I think it was 5% RF. So I've got a 3 dB attenuator on the other end, and then one right at the spectrum analyzer. Well, you guys can't see that. All right, there's another 3 dB attenuator right there. Okay, that's going up to the scope. And that's a 50 ohm terminator right there on the end of that. Okay, I haven't set it up yet. Hang on a minute. We want 27 megahertz for the center frequency. And we want the span to be, let's say, 50 megahertz. And we want to start at 10 megahertz. Oh, I just screwed up. Back. Span, where's the frequency we want to start? At, it started at 2. That's good. Okay. And then I'm on channel 20 still. I'm on AM. That's on sideband. Okay. Now I'm on AM. That's our AM carrier right there. There's a modulation right there. Audio, hello, hello, audio. Audio 1 2 1 2 audio. Audio, hello, hello, audio. Audio 1 2 1 2 audio. Alright, let's see, what else do I need to show you? Sideband, let's go to sideband and see what sideband looks like on here. Hello audio, audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1, audio test. Testing audio, audio hello, 1 2 1 2 audio. That's AM. I don't know what that second little bump is up there, about, what is that? That's about 20 megahertz. Not sure what that is. Hello audio, audio 1 2 1 2 audio. Audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. But it looks good. Hello audio, audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1, audio test. Audio testing, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Audio testing. Make sure that fan kicked on. Remember, that's 1,000 watts right there. Okay. I'm on lower sideband audio. We're exceeding 550 watts RMS. And then back to AM. Dead key in about 75. Audio. Hello, audio. You can see it swings forward to about 175 RMS. Audio. What is that? 1150? Okay. Charles, I think it's ready. That does look good. Charles, I sure hope you enjoy your new radio. It was my pleasure to build it for you. 7-3, everybody.